I will download it. Okay, right now we cannot waste our time on searching where exactly it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it. Okay. Well, you can use the same website for downloading that as well. That is fine. So you can go to network tools. You can see a lot of the tools are there. Here there is a search option as well. See, we got it. Right? So we need a version 4. You can take the first one. So download. We need an offline downloader. So that don't require internet. Okay. I am going to store in the same location. Download is done. So it says .NET Framework 4.1 is not supported here. You can see lots of the issues. Okay. So the best part we can do is we can go to Google. You can say .NET Framework 4. You can see Windows 7. Okay. So it is a standalone installer as well. We can have here. You can I'm sharing you the link which you can also use in the chat. Okay. And download. So I'm storing again to the same location. Okay, D drive, study, BTAC, tools, and what I will do is I'll say here Windows 7, so that it will remind me of for what purpose I downloaded. And download is also done. We'll go to Windows 7, close this as it's not working. I'm going to remove this from here. Right, it is stored in the same location. So I'm going to download Windows 7 one and store it in my desktop. Copy, paste, close this window, double click, install. See, it's working.
Yeah, I received it. Yeah, on Saturday you shared that 4 devices. Okay, sure, we will try that. And I have shared you like one Rajeshwari candidate share it. Okay, sure, sure. Okay. अभी तुम्हें ललिता ज्वेलर्स में गोल्ड का बिस्किट मिलेगा।
मतलब बिस्किट तो है।
अच्छा, गोल्ड का बिस्किट मांगता है लेकर।
कैसे अपना स्कीम बनते हैं ना, वो स्कीम बनने जरूरत थी। तुम 11 months तुम लड़के कौन बिजनेस कर रहे थे वो गोल्ड की।
अच्छा, अभी वो गोल्ड का बिस्किट लेकर वो हमें वो नाकानी से ललिता महीने को लास्ट मंथ में 1,000 फीस पे कर देता है।
हमें लिए तो दे रहा हूँ ना, मिलेगा लेकिन अगर लिए तो
थोड़े मंथ्स के बाद है अभी हमें स्कीम मंथली मंथली गोल्ड बिस्किट उसके में महीने को ललिता महीने में मंथली मंथली पे करके लास्ट मंथ फीस पे करना
कितना
उसके लिए ये 30 ग्राम्स का
50 grams का फाइन लिया
गोल्ड बिस्किट लेकर तुम्हें
एवरी मंथ लिए तो नहीं पैसे बनना है एवरी मंथ वो बिस्किट लेके था किसी में मम्मी ने क्या बोला किसको भी नहीं बताना
बताओ। हाँ, गोल्ड बिस्किट लेकर फिर मंथली बन देंगे वो तुम्हें सभी समझा है
मैं कोई बिस्किट ले लूँ ना डिस्कनेक्ट करता है तो जैसे बांधने का जरूरत मुझे आएगी
डिस्कनेक्ट लेके डिस्कनेक्ट कर
करता
देगा।
है मैं बांधने की जरूरत है अगर उसमें 10 ग्राम डिस्कनेक्ट है ना मैं बाहर से तुम्हारे ना अभी गोल्ड रिंग के लिए
हाँ
एक एक तो ये रख डालो 10-11 months से इसलिए मुझे सोचा इसको रखना जरूरी है
और क्या नहीं आते अब हम बिस्किट बोल सकते हैं
क्या यूज
मंथली में बोल सकते हैं वो बिल्कुल
तो बात ही है बिस्किट की वन वन टाइम से बहुत बिस्किट मिले तो
Okay, so you can see it is now
पूरी
installed.
फीस पे कर जाएंगे
So we'll
मंथ
proceed
मंथ
towards
की
land surveyor again.
पेमेंट पे कर
As
देंगे।
the requisite is already fulfilled. See, it is asking me email ID. Let's continue. It is required.
नहीं ये तो पे करता बिस्किट तो पे करता है
Always create a mail ID for testing purpose, right? Don't give your official ID.
ऑर्नामेंट किसी ने बनाने को दिखाएगा
Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll say continue evaluation. I would not like to participate, or else you will get lots of mails. Okay, so do it like this. Okay, so now it is installed, and now I can click on close to run this machine. Continue evaluation. Wait for a while, it will start automatically. Have a look. Right now the software is pretty easy to use. How you can do it? Just click on this button, new scan on the left side. Specify the password so that only you can see the details. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, you have to specify the details. Likewise, you have to store credentials. I'm going to scan publicly. But both of them are already added, right? So it doesn't matter. If you give the credential, it will also specify whether it is Windows 7, 8, whatever. Okay, I'll say right now next. Specify the range, it is critically important here. I'll say 192.168.20.1. Don't work. Specify the name. Let's say okay, and say continue to start the run. Okay, that is running. I'm just oh, this is something different machine. I'm just closing this machine. We have two machines only, right? One is Windows 7 and the other is Kali. Have a look what it takes. So guys, you can see this is LAN server itself. So we are connected to 20.0 network. Here is my Windows 7 machine on which we perform the scan. You can scroll and you can see 4 machines are there, but here and he was unable to identify. 20.50 is my Kali. 20.23 was that exam server. Right, so this is the way it identifies. Got it? Later you can right click and say node properties, and you can see Windows 7, 27 is the IP, right? You can perform the task on here. For example, right click, come on, add neighbors and perform the tool set. You can see if you have the tools, you can work with the tools as well. Windows tools you have, you can take the remote, you can perform ping, right? So basic things you can do it by directly. You can export to Visual to create some advanced topology stuff, but this tool is something for this only. That's it. Well,
Better Nmax is better, sir.
yeah,
I prefer.
okay. Moving ahead, so you can make use of this type of tools. I prefer Nmap, right? But well, it is fine. And later you can use proxy servers. What is proxy server? You might have used proxies a lot. So proxy is a network, computer, or server that can serve as an intermediary for connecting with other computers. For example, okay, let's say in your college there is a web application firewall which was implemented by the college, and you all are using Wi-Fi of your college. Now the problem is Facebook is blocked. Example, Facebook is blocked. So how will you access Facebook? First of all, we will use any proxy software. What it will do is, you guys need to search for the proxy software which is not blocked by your college server, web application firewall. Okay? Once you find out that software or website which is not blocked, you can use that particular software or web application to connect to facebook.com. So what it will do is, you will open, let's say, ABC proxy website. Okay, so you will open ABC proxy, and from there it will have a button over there to browse. So you will say www.facebook.com, go. So what happens is, it will add the headers of OSI right on the top of the Facebook as ABC proxy. So your whatever the logs, if anybody is checking in the firewall of your college, he will say, okay, ABC proxy website is opening, which is actually allowed. But what you are doing is, you are going to ABC proxy, and ABC proxy is taking you to the facebook.com. Guys, getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it works as an intermediary, right? So that you can access whatever you want if it is blocked in your organization. The same concept, we call it as NAT, Network Address Translation, where you go to your router or net server and he can take you to the internet. So it's the same concept, right? Your IP address is getting changed. Your internal IP is 192.168 something, and your external is something different. So you are switching from your local IP to your public IP. So here also proxy is doing the same, where whatever IP you are coming from, it is switching from that IP to another one so that it can access your network. Okay? Why hackers use proxy? Because It can help you change the IP address, and unfortunately, if you change the IP, right, the original IP won't be disclosed, right? But it is not now a good way to use proxy. Why? Because either you use proxy, your ISP in internet service provider will know that you are using a proxy, right? And so you can be easily tracked. Okay. There are some softwares which can also be used for, you can say, switching the locations, right? You might have watched lots of hacking movies where if the hacker is tracked, right, he is changing the location from New York to Switzerland, Switzerland to Japan, Japan to China, right, so that he cannot be tracked. So for that, he is using proxy workbench, right? It is nothing but just you can say a pool of locations right here, okay, where he select HTTPS, and this company has lots of servers in different locations, and so they are just connecting from one to another like that. Here we have to specify the time, like by 60 seconds in Japan, 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds it will change the location. It works like that. SOX chain. Now this is very useful. SOX chain is a kind of mechanism where you can transmit the IP applications through a chain of proxy. Means from one to another to like one to say right here you can see. You are going to send from one to two one, one to two, like one to one like this, right? And then it is going to send. So the next one won't know. Okay, this is the machine who sent me, right? This machine was received the packet from this one, right? So the next one here, this one won't understand that who is the original sender. So the location of original sender is always secured, right? You know that this was the machine who sent, but it changed the header of the source IP, and so the last machine will receive only the header of this machine and not the original one. This is the technique used by SOX chain. The same mechanism is also used by blockchain, and same mechanism is used in Tor. Okay, so what is Tor? Tor is a kind of, you can say, onion server, right? Which provides you the anonymity. It is just kind of a proxy tool only, but you can say it has a unique style of working. You cannot track the personnel if he is using Tor, but yeah, you can track that it is using Tor, right? Means you can track the network, but not the original personnel if you are using Tor. How it works is when you connect Tor, to connect Tor it is very simple. Download the software, it is free. Then it is pre-installed. You can see I am also using it. So you have to just click on Tor, start Tor. It will open a browser. It is a browser kind of thing. You can see Tor browser. Now when you say connect, so it is going to connect to Tor network. Okay, so your IP will be switched. Okay, and then it is going to use Tor networks in some style to connect to your network. Now how it is work is it is very unique style, right? But how to use it, let's see. First you have to connect.
मेरे को छोटा था
ये हमें साइज कर ही सकते हैं ना उसका जब सीख
So as you can see now I am connected, so I can use whatever stuff I want. For an example, see my IP dot it will show me what is my IP. 49205 something. Okay, let's go to Tor and say my IP dot MS. Can you see the change?
light pink green की opposite colors pink उसको डाल देते green में
In my physical machine, I am using
सुबह pink का चलता
ACT FiberNet internet. You can see which is in India. But here, I am in Germany. Might be, if I refresh, it can also be changed. Right? You can see my IP is still same. Right? How it works, guys? How it works? So, you know how Tor works? Guys, do you know how Tor works?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. If you say yes, it's good. See, let's say this is my machine. This is the server which I want to access. Let's say Facebook. Okay. So I want to connect to something. So I connect it to Tor. Okay. Like this. So this is something in the middle of it. It is Tor. Okay. And internet is connected to anywhere, right? So when you connect to Tor, there are lots of users in the world who are using Tor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, randomly taking. Okay, these are actually not servers. These are the Tor users like me. I connected to Tor, right? So might be someone is also connecting to me, right? So these are all the users only. So how will Tor select the machines? So from source to destination, right? It selects randomly 3 machines, right? For example, random it is just about a calculation, right? So it will randomly select 3 machines. For example, this is 1, okay, this is 2, and let's say this one is 3, for example, randomly, okay? It will select randomly 3 machines, and what happens is I am connected to him. So whatever packets I am going to set to 1. Now 1 will change the headers and replace my IP address with his IP address and then send to 2. So number 2 will never see who is the original sender. Means he even don't know I am the one who sent. He identifies, okay, number 1 send me the packet. Who is number 1? He knows it. But I sent it, he will not get even it. Okay. Then he will change the headers. He will replace number 1's headers, source headers, with number 2 and send it to number 3. So number 3 will get the packet from number 2, and so he knows, okay, number 2 sent me the packet. But he don't know the identity of number 1 even, because in the headers there is no number 1. Right? This way they are changing the packets, right? So that nobody can see who is connected to. And then number 3 will be like this. Right? It is just about this type of connectivity. This is a random 3 machines all over the world, whoever is connected to the internet. Think of it like this machine number 2 is now disconnected from the Tor. As he is a user, right? His work is done, so it is connected. So what happens? So it will again calculate and select 3 machines. For example, this one is now number 2. So it will send the packet to number 2 and then to number 3. Getting my point? So this way any 3 machine is selected and sent. And it is completely anonymous. Nobody will identify you are the one who is doing something. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These are things I explained here. Right? Now, in order to bypass it, you can make use of these proxy softwares, or even you can go with the tunneling method. Tunneling is a kind of technology, right, which is actually used for security, but people are abusing it as well, making you misuse of it, right? So what it will do is it will secure the line from source to destination and send the HTTP packets from inside. As it is encrypted, our security application, or you can say application firewall or whatever firewall we are using, will say it is a secure connectivity, and he won't be able to say, even he will not identify the HTTP, right? So you can make use of such thing to open the websites. Okay, so there are lots of softwares. You can make use of SSH, right? Any type of software you can use, but Tor is the best. Okay, Siphon is also good, but now it is not free. I have used a lot Siphon earlier, but nowadays it requires money. GZapper. Now GZapper is a kind of tool. See, what happens is when you search online on Google, let me disconnect Tor first so that it can not read. Okay. So guys, when you browse something on Google, right, whatever I searched, everything is stored somewhere in the history, right? Somewhere or other, it is storing the history. So, see, earlier I'll search for history of Linux something. So it knows what I'm searching, right? Guys, getting my point? And you can also search it and check it by myactivity.google.com, and you can see all the history you might have gone through. You can see welcome to my, see all the searches. Search, Google search, what is my IP? Can you see that? So Microsoft, or sorry, Google is monitoring us. Guys, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So definitely we also need security from that. So you can make use of GZapper, right? Which is a software which will clear your all the history and all, right? But you will also log out. So if you want to, you can again, you have to again log in back. Okay. Now it is also now a paid software, but in a free version it can only delete 200 searches, right? Then it won't work. So you need a license to do further removal. Okay, these are some more tools. Okay. Any questions still here? I am not sure spoofing because it's a kind of attack, and we are doing scanning, not attacking right now. In attacking phase, we will check out all the attacks. Any questions? Guys?
No, sir.
Okay, so I am giving you 10 minutes. And I have already shared the tools. I want you to check Nmap and Land Surveyor. Right? Apart from that, have you completed the try hack me machine for that Nmap? How many of you have not done?
Yes, done, sir.
If done, great. So I'm giving you 10 minutes. Just check out this Land Surveyor software, right? The links are already shared with you, right? If you face any errors, just tell me. After 10 minutes, we will start a new chapter. Okay? Take your time.
Yes, sir.
फ्लावर आपको नीचे प्लीज ऐसा भी थोड़ा लो जूम करके इसका फ्लावर आपको नीचे హ్యాంగింగ్ ఇలాగే
ఇలా చేసినప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు వచ్చినప్పుడు
ఇంతవరకు వదులుతా అయిపోయింది
వెళ్ళారా మీకు కుట్టేది ఇస్తున్నారు ఇవ్వమంటారు
అంతా
ఎవరు వచ్చారు ఫ్రెషర్ డేటా తీసుకోండి ఈ 4 డిమాండ్స్ మీరు చూస్తారా
చూద్దాం తర్వాత మీరు ఒకటి చూడండి మామూలు ఒకటి చూడండి నేను ఒకటి చూస్తా ఉంటాను
కాలేజ్ మస్ట్ బి అఫిలియేటెడ్ టు యూజీసీ అంటే
యూజీసీ కాలేజెస్లో చదివిన వాళ్ళు ఉంటారు కదా
యూనివర్సిటీస్ అనుకుంటా
ఇదేంటి ఇది ఏం చూడదు ఓకే
జెరాక్స్ టెక్స్టీ
బేసిక్ హడూప్ పైథాన్ ఇది ఇంకో రోల్ ప్రాసెస్
సెకండ్ది తొందరగా దొరక్కపోవచ్చు ఐబిఎంది పాస్పోర్ట్ యూజీసీ కాలేజెస్ లొకేషన్ కూడా గుర్గాన్ అంట
ఒక్కొక్కటి కావాలంట రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్కి అంటే 4 ఉన్నాయి కదా ఒక్కొక్క రిక్వైర్మెంట్కి
ఒక్కొక్కటి వర్క్ లొకేషన్ కూడా వచ్చి గుర్గాన్
నాట్ వాళ్ళని చూసుకోవాలి మనం అప్పుడు ఇది మెయిన్ ఫ్రేమ్ కాదు అవి గురుగాం అనేది అంటే
నార్త్ ఓన్లీ నార్త్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్
ఎన్ని పెట్టేస్తే గురుగాం పెడితే కొంతమంది ఉంటారు ఫ్యామిలీస్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ రీపర్డేషన్లో గురుగాం పెడితే
అప్పుడు నార్త్ వాళ్ళు కలుగుతారు వాళ్ళు
ఇవి వర్క్ ఫ్రమ్ ఆఫీసా
ఇంటర్వ్యూ కూడా వాకింగ్
ఇచ్చేది
పైది చెప్పలేదుగా ఫస్ట్ చెప్పలేం సెకండ్ థర్డ్ మాత్రం ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ
రిమోట్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ లేవు ప్రతిదానికి ఫేస్ టు ఫేస్ సార్ వచ్చారా అక్క
సార్ వచ్చారా
సార్
Guys, done? Hello, guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, done.
పాత చైర్ తీసుకున్నారా తీసేయండి తీసేయండి కొత్త తీసుకున్నారు
Okay. So in this chapter, now we are going to discuss about enumeration.
అదే బాగుంది
Guys,
ఇంకోటి
can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So enumeration is the key element in terms of hacking, penetration testing, whatever. If you do a successful and proper enumeration, you cannot face an issue later. Okay? But if your machines are unable to hack, then you have not done your enumeration proper. Enumeration is the key to attacking. Right? And in this chapter, we are going to discuss various techniques and ways to perform enumeration. Okay? So what is enumeration? Enumeration is a process for extracting usernames, machine names, network resources, kind of thing. Earlier we have gone through scanning, right? Now think of it like you are inside the network somehow. So you are going to scan the complete network and gather some more information. You are going to perform enumeration. What are the users who order the services. Same way, right? Which we did scanning, but here also we are going to use Nmap only. I have gone through, I shown you complete Nmap, so you don't need to worry about Nmap and how to do it. But here we are going to discuss about some source of protocols, right? So that you can understand how it works. So the starting from the very first, NAT BIOS enumeration. What is NAT BIOS? NAT BIOS means our computer name, host name. Right? The full form is Network Basic Input Output System. It helps attacker to, if you are getting the host name of your computer, means the listed ports might be open, right? It can be received from any of these port only, right? So how will we gather the ports? Via Nmap. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So the very first thing is, like as I said, when we perform scan, if any of this port is open, we can get the computer name. Earlier we have scanned Windows 7 and we got the Windows 7 as a host name. There are lots of just tools which you can use in order to perform enumeration, like SuperScan is one of them. But I believe Nmap is awesome. NetBIOS enumeration, you can see it scans for the machine for all these services and gather the name, right? So for this, I have already shown you Nmap, and in Nmap, I have gone through the script scan, if you remember, right? Minus A tag as well, where you got the list of the services, list of the tools installed along with the version of it. How many of you remember that? Okay, if you don't remember, I'm going to show you again. Not a problem. So I'm going to start my Metasploitable software. It's a VM.
మరి ఆల్కనే వాళ్ళ బడ్జెట్ తక్కువ తక్కువ ఇస్తున్నారు. పళ్ళ
It's just
ఇవాళ కూడా మార్నింగ్ నరేంద్ర అదంట వాళ్ళ మొబైల్ కాల్ చేశారు. మార్నింగ్ కాదు నైట్ నరేంద్ర సేల్స్ కోచింగ్ హైర్ చేసుకుంటాను.
దేవుడా ఇది
బ్రౌనీ పోయిందిగా వెళ్ళి తిన్నామా మనీ తెచ్చుకోవాలి.
so I go to my Kali.
లేదు నీకు అది ఏమంటారు
And I'm going to use first of all, I prefer to go with sudo. So it will give me the root permission. So nmap minus sn, right, 168.20.20. So I got the list. The machine IP is 110. So let's perform enumeration, guys. How you can do it? You can say minus s. S means string scan. If machine is found and active, then you can go to minus v, means banner grabbing, means what are the versions installed, what are the software installed. It will just show me like that. And minus vv means double time verbose will go through a deeper checks. Okay. And IP address 20.110. So see, these are the services running on the machine.
జ్యోతి ఎవరు వచ్చారు ఏం పర్లేదు ఎవరు లోకేష్ సార్ చెప్పండి. कंफर्टेबल में मैच होती है कंफर्टेबल हेल्थीగా दिखते हैं कंफर्टेबल
बचपन वो शायद हुआ ना मैं उन लोग अच्छा बात करते
करते एक कंफर्टेबल पसंद है अजी क्या बोलो हाँ क्लासेस जाती है अब हमें दिखा गेम लगता है बच्चे का कंटेंट लगता है इसको सेंटर नीला तो वो शेड ना इन रेंज में शेड अलग से बहुत बड़ा Let's see more than 30 का range में कितनी है जो अच्छा है हाँ वो काम मिनी तो भेज देंगे सेव करके है स्टार करेंगे
Wait for it to complete, and it is done. So guys, you can see it goes me with all the details, right? Like VHFTPD 2.3.4. This is banner grabbing, right? And this is enumeration, right? If you want to further check what exactly details it has, you can also add minus SC, right? Or if it is a specific check, you can also go with further C. S3 will perform the script scan. Script scan means Nmap also have lots of scripts, so it will try to attack and gather the information.
वो कलर कौन से कलर स्कॉच पिंक स्कॉच वाइट बॉक्स
डार्क ग्रीन को भी डार्क ग्रीन को अच्छा
इसका की पीछे है
इसका से
पीछे से डन खाई नहीं क्या
और रोज खाई वही देख गई मैं शाम में खाएंगे नहीं मैं हाँ कल खाएंगे
अच्छा అదే వచ్చే ముందు కాల్ చేయండి అన్నారు కాల్ కూడా చేయాలి
ఎవరు ఇప్పుడు డాక్యుమెంట్స్ సబ్మిట్ చేస్తారు
ఆ రూమ్లో ఉంది కదా కూర్చోబెట్టి అబ్బాయి రాడేంటి ఆఫీస్
छोड़ रहा था चलो
क्या तुम क्या ही बच्चा दिन खा लिए क्या बोल रहे थे
वो छोड़ रहा था चलो
And as you can see, it is done. So the information you are getting, you can see the very deeper checks, and this is called as enumeration, right? You can see it is a lot of information. For example, we are getting this, but it's also trying to access, like we are able to access FTP by anonymous login or not, right? If it is available, it will show me further information, right? SSH is going to check with these keys whether I am getting connected or not, right? Some more information I am getting, you can see. Guys, okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is enumeration, okay? So Nmap is showing the best result of from all the softwares. Any questions till now? Now, furthermore, let's enumerate the user accounts. For understanding the user accounts, usually we all store the default password only. Just tell me how many of you have changed the router password. Usually it is admin password, and similar kind of stuff, right? Even I have not changed. Why? Because it is only access from inside network. So who is going to access, right? So default, whenever we are going to try with usernames, always first try with the default password. Whether who knows it works, and we don't need to crack. So there is a website called as default password, where you can find the default passwords for various, you can say, websites. You can go with this as well. See, select the company. There are 2,117 passwords. For example, I'm looking for hello, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
It looks like the power is gone. Okay, so I'm looking for, let's say, Xiaomi router or MI. Let's see if we have the password or not. So it's XIOMI. Is this the right correct? XIOMI. XIO, okay. Well, it don't have the Xiaomi details. But when I go to, let's say, Cisco is a big multinational company, might be it has. Okay, forget it. Let's say about Citrix. So you can say it shows me what is the default username and password of this particular product. Similarly, you can search for, first of all, once you get the details of any software application or hardware application, whatever, always try with the default password first rather than cracking the password or thinking for cracking the password. Okay, who knows, might be it is not changed and we can get access to it. Furthermore, if you are not able to get the password, then there are some mechanisms by the help of which you can crack into the machines, which we will be discussing in the next chapter, that is by system hacking. Okay, and the best things, the interesting and funny cracking hacking stuff will be starting from next chapter. So in this chapter, what you are going to do is we are going to discuss about some protocols which are very commonly used in the infrastructure and openly used in the machines, and it has lots of vulnerabilities. Okay, starting with the first, that is SNMP. Well, the full form is shown simple network management protocol. It is used for remotely configuring the routers, servers, your devices, right, remotely. So it is good, right? Because once you purchase, once you configure your routers, servers, everything, we usually put that stuff in the server room, which is logged, which is encrypted. Nobody can get access to it. So let's say someday I want to do some modification. How can I? So you can make use of SNMP. We use SNMP for two things. Number one, we can also perform administrative tasks, for example, monitoring and all, right? And we can also configure the device. So it has two purposes. Okay. So simple network management protocol is a TCP/IP protocol used for remote monitoring and management for your devices. Okay. Now, as you see, either monitoring, either managing, I can get the information if I get access to it, right? Because in the previous topics, we are just monitoring, we are just gathering the information, right? So we can get the lots of the information, and if I'm getting the access, that is awesome, right? So we can extract the information of all the devices, right? Now, SNMP works on port number 161 and 162 UDP. So these are the ports. And the concept of SNMP is there will be a manager in the admin machine, and we should have a service running on the particular device where we want to manage it, right? And there will be an agent. Now, agent is a virtual agent. You won't need to install anything, something. The agent is a virtual software kind of thing, or virtual activity or service which is running in background, right? What it will do is, when from the manager you will connect and say get the information, for example, there is a button, okay, which you press and say get the information. So the command will be taken by agent. It will go to the server and take all the configuration and come back to you. Okay, this is what agent is going to do. Now, SNMP stores all the information into a particular database. The database is called as MIB. MIB means Management Information Base. Guys, getting my point? So Management Information Base. It is a kind of database used by SNMP to store all this information. Okay. Now, coming to the versions of SNMP, what exactly the problem is, why it is vulnerable, right? So SNMP has three versions: version 1, version 2, version 3. But if you see the technicality, it has four versions: version 1, version 2, version 2C and version 3, right? This is the original list. So when version 1 was launched, version 1 was using community strings. What is community string? Community string is a kind of, you can say, keywords which provides you the access of monitoring, reading, depend on the privileges. So it will give you the all time access without username and password. Without username and password. Do you think it is good?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
And so it was a big problem. And every information which is also transmitting from manager to the device to manager was in clear text format. So this was all the issues. Now, in order to secure this, they have launched a new version, that is version 2. So in version 2, they found that the vulnerability is all because they are using community string, right? So they launched version 2 and removed community strings in version 2. So if you are removing something, you have to give something, right? So what they launched is, they removed the community strings and they launched the traps, a particular concept where you have to specify what you actually want to do. So there are multiple traps like get, set, trap, monitor, multiple things. So it comes up with a new concept called as traps, where you can particularly select what to do and it will do it for you. So it resolves the vulnerability for sure. But again, you don't have encryption going on in background, so it is in clear text format. Right? Although here it comes with a username and password, so it is at least more secure than earlier version, right? But it is a flop version. Guys, can you imagine? It is secured, it resolves the vulnerability, still it is a flop version in the market. Why is flop? Because people are used to version 1. They prefer more suitability, more comfortness in version 1 because all the tools or the softwares and everything was working fine with version 1. And so they were not going to switch, they were unable to switch to version 2, right? This is the biggest thing. Because of this, ISOC wants to secure everything, right? So what they does is, they launched a new version, that is version 2C, which is a combination of version 1 and version 2. Version 1 and version 2 means it has the security part and it also supports community strings. When I say community strings means it is a vulnerability, right? So what you can do is, you can make use of community strings, but you can also make use of username, password, kind of things. So it is very good version to use as an MB. Although it also don't support encryption. Right? So if you still more need more security other than username and password, what you can do is, you can make use of version 3, where version 3 supports encryption. Version 3 supports the username password and it works with the SSL mechanism, so it will transmit the data with encrypted format. So it will be very useful. Guys, getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So it is still used in the market, okay? But in terms of now hacking, SNMP enumeration uses default community strings to extract the information. about device using the read string. Right now it has two types of combination string SNMP, that is private and public. What the public is something where which can be accessible for all. Private is something which is not for all. It is for me only. Right? And in there you can set the permissions of read, write, two things. Read or read and write. So if you set the read permission, which is minimum, right? At least the hacker can get the read. He can read the configuration, right? You cannot skip this part. You have to give read permission or read and write permission. So either ways, you have to at least give the read permission so hackers will obviously see all the configuration. If you give read and write, means he can also modify. Guys, getting my point? See the vulnerability, right? So SNMP is a vulnerable protocol and very much in the market used by hackers to gather the information as well. Guys, any questions?
No, sir.
Great. So, as I said, MIB, right? So SNMP uses a database which is called as Management Information Base. It is a virtual database where all the information is kept and stored by SNMP protocol, right? All the database, whatever is stored in MIB, is also having a particular ID, and that ID is called as object identifiers. Okay, whatever the data it contains, whatever the data is changed, whatever, it works with ID. So MIB managed objects include scalar objects that define a single object instance, right? And tabular objects as well. Means it will show you in a table format all the data in table format, and you can modify accordingly and submit again. Okay, this is the way it works. If you want to perform SNMP enumeration, you can make use of Optils, which is again a SolarWinds toolset, or you can make use of again SolarWinds toolset only, which is also good, or you can make use of other softwares, whatever you want, right? But Nmap also gives you such information, so you don't need to worry on that. If port number 161, 162 is running, then Nmap will gather all the information for you, so you don't need to worry on that. Now coming to Linux enumeration. So let's say if destination machine is Linux and you are in, how you can do it? You can gather the information with such commands. For example, show mount. Show mount minus a and IP address will show you there any mounts available for the destination machine or not. Finger will show you the DNS related information. RPC client will show you the usernames in the destination machine if RPC is running. The tool which you can use, actually not tool, it is a script which you can use is enum for Linux for gathering the information on the destination Linux machine. Okay, but for that you need to have port number 445 running, but we have in our machine, so I'll just show you that as well. And now we don't have enum for Linux right here. Oh, it's there. Okay, nice. Okay, so how to run enum for Linux is pretty very simple, right? You have to just say enum for Linux 192.168.20. What is the IP? 110. See, so it will gather all the information, username, user ID, whatever it takes, and help you with that. See how much good is that, right? Citizen workgroup, the host name is Metasploitable. It has a anonymous username password as well. It has 445 port on. The OS is nothing but Ubuntu. It tries the username as well, where it found out that user 111, when there is a user available with a username user. You can see. Then there is a post GRES user as well, which is available. There is also daemon available. There is also meal and pain available. There is also MySQL available, right? And some more. You can see MSF admin is also available. So finally, it got the passwd, which is specified here with the username and password. Then it shows us like what actually services are available. So these are some ports and you can the folders shared from that particular machine. It tried with the mapping as well, where if you see TMP is listed, but there is no write permissions available. It tries with the password as well, but nothing found. It found a new SID means username, means user ID. You think this is a good tool, guys? No command. I always prefer to go with such tools or scripts which is the complete set. It go so that I don't need to work with multiple tools or scripts. It shows me everything whatever I want. For example, Nmap, right? You can see it performs port scan, it performs script scan, it performs enumeration, it performs footprinting, it performs scripting, it performs attacks as well. So Nmap is awesome. Then enum for Linux is also good for gathering the information on Linux, right? It goes through automated way. Then coming to LDAP. What is LDAP? LDAP means Lightweight Direct Access Protocol. It is a protocol used to manage the infrastructure, right, from a centralized location. In Linux, it is called as LDAP. In Windows, it is called as Active Directory. Where Active Directory is a concept, but LDAP is a protocol which is running in background. So LDAP or Active Directory works in a directory mode, right, which has a hierarchy of all the structure of how the folders and data is going to store, right? It has the levels of management and employees in the company, likewise administrator, normal user kind of thing. And LDAP works on DNS only. Without DNS, it won't work or your IP will not be detected, right? Well, to work with LDAP, port number 389 TCP is used, right? Well, it also sets the RFCs and set the best practices accordingly. If you want to perform LDAP enumeration, JS Explorer is good, but you know what? Again, Nmap will be helping you for everything. Why? Because Nmap do have LDAP scripts available. I'll show you all the scripts in the list. Just go to ZenMap, just go to profile, add it, and you can see scripting right here. Wait for a while, it will load all the scripts available. So you can say LDAP root, LDAP novel, you can see all the scripts are available. So you can make use of LDAP attacks in Nmap in order to use LDAP things. If you want Nmap, these are all the options it is required. You can see here. Just specify the argument. For example, double click, whatever, right? It will apply it and create a command. See on the top. Got it? So you don't need to even worry about the command. Just specify the details. Command will be created automatically. Coming to Nmap, NTP. NTP means Network Time Protocol. It is designed to synchronize time in the infrastructure, right? See, in security, time plays an important role, right? Consider it like if your time is not at all properly synchronized. So what can happen is you log in, let's say you go to office at 9 every day.
Hello, I'm speaking with Pujari Road.
Okay, but and the time is
Hi,
not
this is
synchronized,
Sarah
okay?
calling
Time
from
is not
Advanced
proper.
Staffing Solutions.
And
So I called you regarding
as you
job
log in every day at
opportunity. Are you
9
looking for change?
a.m. in the morning, and because time is
For
not
the role
proper,
of
it is showing
sales or
5 in the
customer?
evening, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say
So
some
this is
murder
for the
or
client
theft or
IBM
something
under the
happened,
payroll of Alternate Tech
right?
Solutions.
Nearly at morning.
Alternate Tech Solutions. So
Your
are
job
you
time is
looking
9
the
to 4, okay?
information in the
So
job?
something
And
happened
this is for the
at
location
nearly
Bangalore.
4:30,
And this is for
guys.
face-to-face interview.
So you will be also in fault because
Yeah, on
your
I
job
will
is
let
9
you
to
know that
4,
once I
but
will share your
the
profile.
theft
So
open,
if you are shortlisted means you
the
have to
stolen
go to
activity
Bangalore location
was
for
done
the
at
interview
4:30 because of
and do
logs.
the face-to-face
It
interview
is
only
showing
one hour before that.
you logged in at 5,
So are you
so you are
interested?
nearby the time, right? So it will be become lots of the issues for you. This is just a basic example. You can make use of cyber attack or something, which will be more curious, more problematic. So NTP is used why? Because to synchronize the time. Let's say we have 1000 machine. We cannot go to each of the machine and and set the time, right? So NTP plays an important role here. Just create an NTP server and broadcast the time. All the machine will get the time and set the time proper accordingly. So NTP is a kind of protocol which broadcasts the time and synchronize the time with all the machines automatically so that all the machines should have the same time, accurate time. It works on port number 123 UDP, right? And it can maintain time nearly 10 milliseconds. It can synchronize the time in 10 milliseconds in the public internet. Okay? So it will be very fast. Okay, guys? Any questions?
క్యాండిడేట్ కనుక ఇంకా తక్కువ చెప్తారనుకో
No.
So, in order to make something issues, right, you remember daisy chaining. So, what you can do is, in order to change something, you can also change the time server, right, so that it can have even if you have logs, you can have in a different time, different zone, so nobody will check. Because you see, when you say attack, so attack is usually happening, for example, at 3 to 5. When you change the time server, it becomes 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. So they'll be only checking the logs from 5 p.m., not 5 a.m., right? And you did it to 5 a.m., so you'll be safe on that side. These are the tools which you can use in order to discover, but Nmap also discovers that if port number 123 UDP is open, it will check everything.
8.5 9 ఇచ్చుంటాడు అంతే
So Nmap is a dynamic tool, awesome tool, right? What do you say?
Yes, sir.
So you see lots of the software we don't need to install just because Nmap supports everything. Coming to SMTP, SMTP is used to send the mails, right? It is a protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol works on port number 25 TCP. So you can also send the mail via CLI, right? But it should work. So if you have access to, let's say you have gone to, okay, there's a particular service having SMTP. What you can do is you can log into the user via CLI and send the mails. I'm showing you my personal experience in my first company, okay, where there is a email server, right? Few days, 2 3 days back, I shown you that as well, right? The email header stuff. So in that company, what I did is I hacked into the email server and via CLI, okay, via CLI, no GUI, and sent the mail from the company's owner account to myself, specifying you are promoted to this level and your salary is also added. Later, I reached to HR after a month, showing her this particular mail, right, for a for promotion and for the salary upgrade as well. But he or she was not aware at that time, so a conversation happened, right? And I was promoted because the owner's mail was there, right? So nobody can ignore that. The best part is the owner don't live in India. He lives in South Africa, right? So nobody is going to contact him and ask him whether you sent a mail or not or what. Guys, can you imagine this?
Yes, sir.
But later, once I got the promotion and all, I submitted two bugs, two vulnerabilities to the owner of the company. One is the email server is having security issue, and number two is social engineering, which I performed on HR, and he promoted my salary and profile both, right? And because I submitted two vulnerabilities, this time I was legally promoted and legally got the increment in salary as well. Right? Sounds good? What do you think?
Yes, sir. Awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, correct.
So this way you can also do it, but searching for vulnerability is not just like drinking a thick shake. Right? It's not like that. It's the big thing. Lastly, you can make use of DNS. Well, DNS can be used for gathering the IP and servers information, right? For example, you can make use of NSLOOKUP, which is a pre-inbuilt utility, and you can just say, for example, google.com. It will show you the IP address of google.com. Simple. You can make use of set type equals to MX. There are lots of records in DNS. MX record is a mail server exchange record without space. Now if I say google.com, it will show me what email server Google is using. And you can see these are the IP address of google.com. Can you see the IP similarity? 10.26, 10.27, 12.26, 12.27, right? Again 26. Then we have another things where I can also specify like SOA, at what time the server is refreshing the connection. So I can get the information about the refresh time as well. Every 15 minutes, the server is refreshing and synchronizing with other servers. This is the primary server, right? And the request is going to expire into 30 minutes.
So I
Guys,
called
do you think this is good?
the audio things have changed. For the IBM, we are hiring.
This way, you can make use of NSLOOKUP and gather some more information about the servers. Any questions still here, guys?
No, sir. No, sir.
Let's see about the security part. How you can secure your organization if you have such vulnerabilities. So as I said, if you are using SNMP, well, first of all, don't use SNMP, right? Because it is very vulnerable. But still, if you want to use SNMP, never use community string as public. Always go for private. And still, let's say if you need more level of security, use SNMP version 3 because it works with SSL and it also supports username password, right? So if it is SSL, every packet will be encrypted. So it is fine to use SNMP version 3. When it comes up with DNS, well, you can configure all the DNS, but you cannot secure it. There is only one security, right? And that is you can set DNS sec, DNS security, with the help of which nobody can gather such information which is private, right? Plus, there is an attack called as DNS zone transfer, which was very useful in terms of hacking, where I can completely gather all the DNS records as a hacking term. This is just one or two, right? But I can get all the DNS servers and IP addresses and all. So if you disable the edge info, if you ensure the edge info means host info. So DNS zone transfer will not be applied. Edge info is also one kind of record in DNS which specifies who is the original server. Coming to SMTP, you can make use of mail relay systems, right, in terms of SMTP, so that it won't directly is sending from your server. It is sending through a third party, right, so that your servers will be secure. Other than that, you can make use of LDAP. So LDAP is a kind of NTLM authentication, so upgrade it to NTLM version 2. Coming to SMB, simple message block, which we have discussed in the last chapter, so which is used for sharing the folders and files and printers, right? So you can also make use of secure network sharing option, which is available online, which is available in the configuration. Okay. Now, what is penetration testing enumeration? So, well, you need to search for all the protocols, not only this list, all the protocols, wherever you can find the vulnerability. And before anyone else hack into it, you can secure that one as well. So, before it is not secured, right? So you cannot disclose to anyone in the office or in the internet, or else it will be illegal. All the tools, all the you can say chart list is also specified right here. You can see SolarWinds, Enum for Linux, JS Explorer, everything. So you can make use of it like this. Any questions in this chapter?
No, sir.
Okay. So furthermore, I want you all. Do you have MSF this Metasploit table?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you all to perform enumeration in Metasploitable via Kali, right? Use Nmap, use Elm for Linux in terms of gathering all the information from Metasploitable 2. Is it okay? Guys? So you have 15 minutes of time to practice this thing, and then we'll start a new chapter. So I'm just making timer of 15 minutes again. If someone face any issue, you can ping me.
Course is online itself.
Okay, currently we are providing training on Salesforce and testing status and placement and top MNCs. So I called you regarding job offers. Okay, this is online coaching. We are giving training on Salesforce for 3 weeks and testing is for 45 days.
For the client IBM for the role
After,
mainframe developer.
we are having clients like IBM, HCL, Capgemini and few other companies. Once if you complete your course here, we will arrange you the interviews and we will schedule the interviews.
So
Once if
do
you
you
get the
have
offer letter,
any
then you have to pay us
references like
$75
that?
extra.
Okay. So please share those numbers.
We will not charge you anything.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
After receiving the offer letter, you can go to office for 1 or 2 days. Then you can pay the amount. If you feel it is original, you can pay us the amount. We are already giving training on cyber security and previously we gave training on Java and Buddhism. Many of the candidates got placed. So by the end of the month we are going to start Salesforce and testing. Are you interested for that? Okay, where is the location? Vijayawada. Okay, our office is at Guntur. Yeah, Guntur Broadgate. If you are interested, I will share you the address details. You can visit our office and you can talk to our manager as well.
Hello,
For
I'm
the
speaking with
course.
Venkatesh. Hi, this is Karnat calling from
Okay, I will share you. If you are interested, you can please revert back to the email with your updated resume. Okay?
For change. Okay.
Okay, Amini. If you have any
No,
other
it's
friends,
not
you can
working
just
on
refer
this
them as well.
Okay, Amini. Thank you.
If you have any further doubts, you can call to the same number. Yeah. And you are send you the mail. Please revert back to that. చెప్పండి. నగీనా ఓకే నగీనా మేము సేల్స్ఫోర్స్ అండ్ టెస్టింగ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తాము తర్వాత టాప్ ఎంఎన్సీస్లో ప్లేస్ చేస్తాము. ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉన్నారా మీరు? ఇది 1 మీరు రాసిన 1 మీకు भी हनुमान चर्च करेगा अरे देखो स्वामी चर्च है
but it's just nice.
हाँ terrace हो क्या आपकी भी हो
So nice. Whenever you are chilling, కాలేజ్ వాళ్ళ హస్బెండ్ ఉంటారు ఈజ్ దిస్ డూయింగ్ వీడు ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు నేను ఇంట్లో ఉన్నాడంట ఆఫీస్ ఈ అబ్బాయి
ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేకుండా ఇద్దరు విడుదల చెప్పాలి
ఏమో అడిగితే నేను తన కోసం వచ్చాను
ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ క్యాండిడేట్స్ మీరు లిస్ట్ ఉంది కదా డేట్స్ పెట్టుకోండి ఏదో చేసేదానికి మీకు గుర్తుంది ఈ రోజుకి మేము దాన్ని ఫేస్ చేస్తున్నామని గుర్తుంది మరి నెక్స్ట్ తర్వాత అది ఫేస్ చేసిన తర్వాత కొంతమంది ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఉన్నారు కదా పెట్టారా
ఫ్రైడేకి పెట్టలేదు ఫ్యామిలీ కాన్సెప్ట్ నేను ఫ్రైడే ఏం చేశాను ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఉన్న క్యాండిడేట్స్ కాల్
मामला बच्चे को ओपन करा है एक बार कॉल करके बोलते हैं पति को नहीं बोला नहीं सीखता से बने टेबल साफ कुछ हमारे साइड बात करता है
కాల్ చేస్తారా
ఇది ఒకప్పుడు చేస్తాను నాకు చెప్పాడు మరి ఏమేమి పెడతాను पर क्या पर्पज से लगा है नहीं जब से तुम्हारे कॉलेज के लिए just then நம்ம கலரட்லாம் అది టైం ఫ్రేమ్ మీద చూస్తున్నాను, ఫ్లైపోస్ట్ టెస్టింగ్ మీద చూశాను రేపు ప్రొఫైల్స్. మీరు 2-4లో ఏదో వచ్చింది. 2-4లోనా కింద కదా ఇక్కడ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్
Hello guys, anyone done? Hello, guys, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
So guys, I'm giving you a task today. I want you all to install. We already have 3 machines, right? Kali, Ubuntu, and Metasploitable, right? I want you all to install Windows 7 as well for further practicals, right? The link I have shared in the chat. Fine? Can you install it, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope you all have ISO file, right?
Sir, we have.
Still, I'm sharing you. You can take this one. Just click on the button free download and you can download it free openly. Okay. As I have power issue today, right? And soon I'll be disconnected. So better one is I'm giving you a task. You can install Windows 7 today, right? You can see it is very less, right? And once you are done with the installation, right, take the snapshot as well. Okay. The task is you have to install Windows 7 in this virtual box, right? You have to install guest edition and you have to also take the snapshot, right? Keep a note. No need to update. So your LAN card, you have to select these. Select the internal network as a LAN card. Fine, guys. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
select internal network and install the Windows 7 in your virtual box. Tomorrow we are going to do practicals in Windows 7. Okay, so I want everyone to install Windows 7 by today. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
So as I have power issue today, so I'm done for the day. Just take this half-hour time to install Windows 7, and then you can practice whatever we have gone through so far. Okay. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
We already have installed Windows 7, sir.
In virtual box,
Yes, sir.
everyone.
Yes, sir. Almost we have Windows 7 installed box, sir. First to install tried is Windows 7, sir. Before Linux, Kali or Ubuntu to install Windows 7, sir.
Uh-huh. Okay, but keep a note in virtual box. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that sounds. Hurry, share. You can see already Windows 7. Just download and install. Fine.
Yes, sir.
See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Just